Ukrainian counteroffensive has begun, as we are witnessing reconnaissance take place on the entire front. It's day 467 of Russia's operation in Ukraine. Let's dive deeper. Yesterday, after I uploaded my video, one after another reports started coming in of Ukrainian attacks on multiple areas. Starting from where we left off, in yesterday's report I said, Ukrainian forces launched 5 massive attacks on these areas. As per report, units of 23rd and 31st were involved. In total 6 mechanized brigades with 2 tank battalions were carrying out these attacks. At initial stages of the attack, as the pressure was too high, Russian forces were forced to retreat from a number of places. As a result, Ukrainian forces were successful in taking this whole area, including Avdiivka. But Russian forces regrouped from their second defensive positions and launched a counterattack towards all this area. As a result, they were able to take back most of the area, including Avdiivka. Russian authorities reported that Ukrainian forces lost 6 tanks, 3 infantry fighting vehicles, 21 armored vehicles, and suffered heavy losses in manpower. They also said that at this time Chief of General Staff Valery Gerasimov was also present at the front. Ukrainian forces, as a result of a recent attack, were able to capture this area. It is said that their plan was to take a couple of settlements, but it looks like they have failed. But the second wave is already underway. A massive force consisting of several brigades, with Western tanks, is already concentrated in the north, so major thrust is expected in a couple of days. Now moving little eastwards, recent report says Ukrainian forces with heavy armor are attacking the Novodonetsk. So far, Russian Marines were able to withstand all the attacks. Reports are coming of multiple Ukrainian columns coming in. This one is interesting because, as per report, Ukrainian forces were able to disturb Russian communication, and as a result they were able to reach the Russian positions almost undetected. Although this did not change the outcome, but this has exposed one Russian weakness. This is nothing new because many Russian sources have already pointed out many times in the past. But it still continues to be a weakness. Now moving westwards, Ukrainian forces also launched an attack on this area simultaneously. They launched multiple attacks with the help of aviation and several armored vehicles from Mala-Tokmachka. As per report, they were successful in breaking through Russian defensive lines. But the pattern once again repeated. Russian forces launched a counterattack and were able to take back lost positions. No frontline change was reported. It is said more attacks are reported as they are regrouping in the rear. Now moving to Wuhledar, Ukrainian forces also launched an attack here on both the settlements. But Russian Marines in this area were able to successfully repel them. It is said that a large amount of equipment and ammunition has been concentrated near Wuhledar. Now moving to North Kupyansk, Russian forces launched an attack on the other side of the Oskol River. Their plan was to capture heights on the other side. As per report, they were able to capture Novomlinsk. Ukrainian forces retreated to the next defensive lines. But there were reports of a Ukrainian counterattack, so since then, we have not received any reports on this area. So you should consider it as a gray zone. Now moving to northwest of Bakhmut, Ukrainian forces recently launched an attack on Bakhmut reservoir. As a result, they were able to take a couple of places. But they did not have any major advance. Russian artillery has been working on this area ever since. Now moving to Soledar, Ukrainian forces also tried to advance in this area. They launched limited attacks on multiple areas, but they were not successful in any of them. As you can see, Ukrainian forces have launched attacks on every part of the front line. We are witnessing the first stage of the offensive. They are attacking these areas to find the weak spot in the defensive lines. Major thrust is yet to come. Subscribe for more frontline updates. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.